Good morning. I'm going to say something some people think is crazy. Voters in the U.S. aren't that divided. Misinformed, manipulated, propagandized, oppressed? Yes. Divided, though? No. On average, I believe voters in the U.S. agree way more than we disagree. For generations, the vast majority of voters have wanted very similar things from our government. For generations, instinctually, what voters have wanted are good, positive, democratic, and supportive things from our national government in the United States. What most voters want and what the broken, flawed, immensely corrupt, party-driven system has refused to give voters are basic foundational principles of democracy and democratic Republican governance. The vast majority of voters have shared the same will of the people for generations. Let's break it down. 1. What the real will of the people actually is. Relentlessly sourcing and implementing the real will of the people from voters is not a radical idea. It's the purpose of a democratic republic. The Constitution sets the expectation that government should source the will of the people and implement it. That is success. That is what a healthy, functioning democratic republic does. And when you actually ask voters what they want, something extraordinary becomes obvious. Humanity overwhelmingly desires the same basic political qualities. Across regions, backgrounds, generations, and identities, voters in the United States describe nearly identical expectations for good government. Voters don't want broken, flawed, corrupt systems. They don't want the divisiveness, violence, and deception that have dominated national governments for decades. Voters do not want to feel ignored, dismissed, misled, or politically powerless. This is the starting point. But beneath that frustration is something deeply positive. When voters describe what they do want from democratic Republican government, the answers almost never change. Voters want government to be open, honest, and transparent. Voters want government to do democracy correctly, to source the real will of the people directly from voters and implement it reliably. Voters want kindness towards children, protection of the vulnerable, support for families, and stability for the nation. Voters want compassion, integrity, accountability, and fairness. These are not fringe beliefs. These are not partisan desires. These are universal democratic Republican values that voters have expressed for decades.